Okay, starting right where I left off, we are going to do part 3, which I'm calling the harassment. Like I said in the last part, if you haven't watched the first 2 parts, go watch them now. He found a way, I guess I gave him the tools to do this, but he found a way to talk to girls from my high school. This is summer before 11th grade. This is when this takes place. And then into 11th grade. He was talking to this girl that I mentioned in the last one. He was talking to a bunch of girls actually, but this girl was the main one. I had known they'd been talking. He told me, and then, yeah, all this and that. They'd been talking on the phone. I don't know if they had truthfully been sending each other things. She said they did. But once school started, lucky me, I had a class with her. And so it was very awkward and very, like, I was mad. I was an angry teenager. And this was probably one of the hardest times in my life as well. There have been a couple of times that I've considered my hardest, and this, even my parents will agree, was one of the hardest. It was hard for them as parents. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit because they saw me go through this. But this girl and I were in the same history class, I think, and I was texting him throughout the class. I think she was texting him throughout the class. And it eventually got to the point where I was getting harassed by her and her friends. They would surround my car after school and flip me off. So I literally was having to sit there in my car until they moved, or I would have had to run them over to leave. And some of her friends were people I was previously friends with. So, but they still all harassed me. I ate lunch in the bathroom, and my friends graciously ate in there with me. You guys know who you are, thank you. There's this one teacher that didn't like me because I failed his class. He literally watched a girl come and get up in my face and yell at me and basically threaten me, and he didn't do anything. He actually tried to give me a detention one time that my friends and I were walking to the oh man, I'm getting this all in the paint. Where I was trying to walk to the guidance counselor's office. I didn't have to serve the detention because the principal knew what was going on, and it was just a bad time. This girl and I she texted me one night and said, "It's not fair that your friends are bitches." And I remember that so plainly, or so vaguely. And so I, the next day I went into class and I said, and I was not confrontational at all, but I said, "How are my friends bitches?" And it set her off. I was honestly ready to fight at that point. I had never gotten in a fight in high school, but I was honestly so ready to fight. I just wanted to get it over with. I wanted to do it. I wanted to get it over with. My dad, he was like, if they're, coming at you, like, you fight. I don't care if you get suspended. My dad's always, you take care of yourself and we'll deal with it later. And so I was ready to fight. I'm pretty sure 100% of the people in that class thought we were gonna fight, because I remember this guy, he sat like not in between us, but like near us, both me and the girl, because the girl, we had like assigned seating, I'm pretty sure, and she sat literally diagonal from me. And he was ready for us to fight too, I think, because neither of us were really the fighting type. But at this point I was ready to go. I stood up, I was ready, and then the bell rang and she like ran out. She looked like she was crying. I don't know. People say she wasn't crying, that she was just mad, but honestly I kind of wish we would have gotten in a fight just to get it over with, but we didn't. But everybody in that class, like, it was clear that they thought we were gonna fight, and a lot of people heard about that situation, so a lot of people knew about it. Anyway, and then her friend later that day, I had her friend in a class, like at the very end of the day. She walked in, and I had a seat right next to the door where the teacher was standing. She walked in and she got in my face and she starts yelling at me, like literally screaming, yelling at me, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get up, I couldn't do anything. The teacher, she told me to go to the guidance counselor's office. I'm pretty sure everybody in there thought I was weak at that point, but I literally felt paralyzed because I was so blindsided by it. I mean, she's just yelling in my face. Anyway, at that point, my dad said, either I homeschool you or I go up to the school. And he had tried talking to my principal, because everybody had like a principal. Because there were like 3 principals, I think. No, there were 4, like the main one and then 3 others. Anyway. And I was like, no, I don't want you to go up there. I'll just be homeschooled, because I just wanted to be done. I was over it. And Jake knew he did all of this. I was contacting him through all of this. He was apologetic, everything, you know, the whole 9 yards. But I was pulled out of school about a month and a half into my junior year, I believe it was. And I still continued to talk to him for a little while because I was dumb. Now I've gotten all this crap on this. Anyway, once I was homeschooled, I started working full-time during the day and all of that. I did not walk at my graduation for homeschooling, and I'm glad I didn't, because the girl who harassed me and got her friends to harass me, graduated at that homeschooling place, which they had told me that they had been wanting to suspend her for a while before this situation with me even happened, and they didn't. And so there I was sitting at that graduation. I went to the graduation because this guy I liked at the time. Shout out to you, Peyton, if you're watching this. I doubt you are. But I went because of him. I went to see him graduate because he graduated there too. And I was supposed to walk, but I didn't. And I actually knew a couple more people at the graduation that I had been friends with. But anyway, she ended up graduating at the same homeschooling place I did. And I was kind of mad because I was like, I could have stayed in school, you know? I could have stayed with my friends. I could have gone to prom. I didn't get to go to prom because I wasn't there anymore. And my friends that were still there tried to take me, but the other principals said no. That's what happens when you're not popular, because all the popular girls got to bring their girlfriends from other schools. Anyway. So yeah. The harassment story goes deeper than that, but it is honestly just too painful to keep thinking about. So I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to put it to rest right here, right now, but I will answer any questions you guys might possibly have. So just comment them down below. Again, let me know if you want to see pictures of Sam and Jake. I probably won't post pictures of the kids just because I've seen Brigham, which was his name that Jake gave me. I've seen Brigham on FaceTime, so I know it's an actual kid. And even though I'm sure that whoever catfished me is the parent of that child or is related to that child, I just don't want to, you know, I just don't want to do that. I'll give the pictures of the guys if you would like. Just be careful who you talk to. I know that the show Catfish is a thing now, so more people are aware of it, but it'll happen to you before you even know what's happening. And it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck, and you're gonna be heartbroken, but you'll get through it. You will get through it. I got through it. It's still one of the hardest things I've been through, other than what I mentioned in the video, and losing grandparents and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's all over the place. Believe me, I do. But I feel like this way was more authentic than how I wanted to do it and go about it. So thank you guys for all your support. I hope instead of bashing me, again, I was young, I was dumb, and I did think I was in love. So yeah, I really hope you guys got something from it. And if you went through something similar, I really hope that you're doing well. I really do. And if you went to my high school when all of this went down, and you're watching this, and you're either like, oh, I was one of those girls that she was talking about in there, or you just knew about it, you know, and you thought I was dumb, and you thought I was lying, I forgive you. If you were one of those girls that harassed me and bullied me, and even if you're that teacher who hates me for some reason, and, you know, I forgive you, because I had to forgive myself for a lot of things in that time period. And I don't want any bad blood. I don't want to be angry about the situation anymore, because ultimately, whoever did this to me, whoever catfished me, it was their goal. And I really don't think it was anybody I knew, because I did meet them in a chat room. I did meet Sam in a chat room. Yes, I think Sam and Jake are the same person, just two different personalities. Like, they are really good at being completely different. Yeah. Let me know if you want to see the pictures of the two guys, because they're attractive. I don't know who they are, but they're attractive. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Back, here we are again. Same situation, just like this. Now